one way that advertisers have gotten around health claims and other regulations that we have about advertising is to employ what we'll call Weaslers. If you've seen a toothpaste commercial or any commercial advertising some product, they're usually able to frame things in just such a way to not have the government, check the claims that they're making, right? So advertisers are very good at that. So we should, again, approach anything on the internet with a healthy dose of skepticism, or on television, or wherever we see ads. So as I just said, reasonable skepticism doesn't mean that we just think everything's false or fake. It just means we have to be cautious, careful, and deliberate about the claims that we encounter on the internet, and especially in advertising, right? So following up from chapter 7, this is going to require giving up the habit, again, of automatically accepting claims in the media, rejecting the assumption that most of what's said online is true, not taking the word of online sources on faith, but again, on evidence and reasons presented, refusing to believe a claim unless there are legitimate reasons for doing so. So much of what we said in chapter 7 also applies to advertising. Okay, so internet advertising, I know this is going to make me sound like an old man, but I remember, you're all too young for this, but when the internet first took off, you'd have maybe one ad on a web page, and it was pretty prominent, and it usually was for something that was already well known, whether it was something like Coca-Cola, or a well-known cereal or something like that. It was pretty clear that it was an ad, right? And there was usually just one, if there were any at all. I still remember when the internet first took off, many of the pages didn't have any ads. That makes me makes me feel like an old person, but those days are gone, right? Advertisers and social media companies and everyone have become just surgical with their ads, micro-targeting consumers, especially with social media. They have all kinds of data on us. When we look at a web page, the algorithms update to give us targeted ads. It's much, much different, and it's changing, right? Evolving constantly. So there are all kinds of new internet ads, right? Types of ads. There's paid search ads, which appear near the top of search results because advertisers pay to have them ranked highly, not because they are accurate or reliable. So we see this very prominently on Google and Amazon. Social media ads appear on social media platforms and target specific audiences defined by personal, demographic, and behavioral characteristics.